from the City of Entertainment in the Las Vegas Arts District at the English Hotel, a place for the cultured renegade. This is April in Vegas with Steve Dennis and your host, April Brucker.
This is the English Hotel, a Marriott Tribute Portfolio boutique hotel, located in the eclectic Las Vegas Arts District. It's also the production location for April in Vegas, a TV chat show hosted by actress, comedienne and television personality April Brucker with her co-host, hotel general manager Steve Dennis. Before we take a look back at Season 1, let me tell you a bit about April and Steve. April Brucker is an American actress, comedienne and television personality, who has appeared on numerous television programs seen worldwide. Growing up in Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, April earned her Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in acting at New York University's Tisch School and was awarded a Master of Fine Arts degree in creative writing and screenwriting from Antioch University, Los Angeles. April spent more than a decade acting and performing in New York City cabarets, comedy clubs, and off-Broadway shows. In Las Vegas, she has performed at Notoriety Theater, Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino, and headlining in a 9-month residency at Alexis Park Resort. She is the author of several books, including I Came, I Saw, I Sang, Memoirs of a Singing Telegram Delivery Girl, and Don't Read My Lips. America's foremost female ventriloquist reveals the secrets of how to be a successful vent. Co-host Steve Dennis is a hospitality management veteran whose career has taken him from Chicago, to Houston, to Salt Lake City, and of course now Las Vegas. Fun facts: this chap started as a stand-up comedian, was a TV weatherman in Alaska, and hosts the popular YouTube channel, Cash or Crash Las Vegas. On each episode of April in Vegas, April Brucker and Steve Dennis banter with a plethora of Vegas celebs at the English Hotel's plush pool. This season featured these cultured renegades, who are taking the city of entertainment into the soaring 2020s. With more than 20 special guests this season on April in Vegas, several of these celebrities shared not only the stories behind their careers, but also their mishaps along the way. Here's just a few of the Barneys that April and Steve's guests reveal.
And I told a joke about how my mother's super supportive, like too supportive. And she was like, what are you going to do with your life when you grow up? I was like, I don't know, maybe porno.
Oh!
And I thought that would just get her to leave me alone. No, the next day she comes home with the girl next door, whole camera set, cash, and said, I will direct your next film, baby, let's go.
You know, when you're over there, the guys, you know, they got their weapons on them, and you're like, well, I better be funny, otherwise, you know.
No pressure.
You hear the bombs going off in the distance, and you're like, hey, should we go to the bomb shelter? And they're like,
it has a sound system.
Yes, yeah.
we'll let you know. Sometimes they had a sound system, sometimes they didn't.
This didn't work?
We were just, we were like, so bombing was like not an option.
Oh, there you
go.
I was doing a Motown production show in Canada in this beautiful long rhinestone gown, and the lights were out. I was supposed to be on a riser, completely missed the riser.
Oh no.
And then lights were on, and I was like, hello.
Exactly.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I left 2 cards on the table that I was at before them because my deck of cards was placed in a pool of condensation that was on the table.
Wait, they have condensation in Abu Dhabi?
They have it imported.
Yeah, I know. Like underneath this, there's no condensation here in Vegas, but in Abu Dhabi, in an ice water, you're going to get a little bit of condensation. The deck of cards was placed on 2 cards, got ruined, so I just left those 2 cards on the table. And when I handed the cards to Prince Andrew to have him shuffle and examine, the first thing he said to me is, these cards feel a little light. and I knew that they were light.
There's a joke there.
Well, he's
but
been to
I had
Monaco
no
a few times, I'm
idea-
sure.
I had no idea how he would possibly know that they were light, and so I kind of tried to gloss over it, and I went ahead and performed what I needed to perform, which had nothing to do with that anyway, and then he mentioned it to me yet again in before I put the cards away. So that always, it was one of those things that stuck in the back of my head.
The first segment went very well. The person in the booth hit play on the cassette, and everything rolled smooth. We changed uniforms, came out for the second show, and instead of starting the cassette at the beginning, he started in the middle.
Oh no.
And we did not know where we were.
Oh. And how did you make it through that live show?
We the best we could.
And it was after a show, so I still kind of left my makeup on and just, you know. And these women, my cousin was like, they keep staring at you. And I'm like, this is awkward. You know, like I was like, I don't know who they are. And the woman, they finally kept, they're like, you look just like Adele. We have to tell you, like, da da da. This is why we're here. This is why we came. And I was like, we just didn't cancel our trip. And I said, oh my God, this is crazy because I am an Adele tribute artist, the only one in Vegas right now, and you need to come, and you just need to show your tickets, because everyone was getting free tickets. If you had Adele tickets, we were giving free tickets, and they just were over the moon. Like, and then they came to see the show, and we had a drink after, and it was really great. It was great meeting people and kind of being able to still bring that joy and bring that essence of her, even though she wasn't here. So that's really what I love doing.
And so, you know, one time I'm in Walmart and I see this elderly white man and he's pushing his cart, and he looks over at me and he says, "Hey, aren't you that Landau Murphy Brown Calrissian fella?" I was like, "Yes, I'm Landau, man. I'm from America's Got Talent." He was like, "I know that." He said, "I want to tell you something." I was in the garage the other day just tinkering on my truck, and my wife was in the kitchen, you know, just frying up some chicken. And I hear her screaming at the top of her lungs. She says, Billy, get in here. You have to hear this boy. He sounds just like Frank Sinatra." He says, "Okay, darling, I'll be in there in a minute." I got the degreaser off the counter, you know, cleaned my hands up because I was, you know, working on my truck, getting all the oil off my hands. By the time I come out of the garage into the kitchen, I hear your voice.
Yep.
By the time I come out of the kitchen into the dining room, I hear your voice again. Swear to God, it was old Blue Eyes himself.
Oh, wow.
By the time I come out of the dining room into the living room, I got ready to sit on the sofa. I looked at the television. I said, "Well, hell, that ain't Frank Sinatra. That boy's blacker than an ace of spades." And he said, "I just want to tell you one more thing, young man. It has nothing to do with your color, because you represent us so well down here in southern West by God, Virginia. And don't you forget the by God. And you represent us well. You're classy, and we love it. You know, you break down all the stereotypes that are going on about us. And I want to tell you one more thing, young man. You're going to win that television show. Because if you don't, we're going to burn the TV station down."
One of the April in Vegas segments that I fancy is Dummies on the Street, which has April Brucker and her puppets having a cheeky chinwag with blokes strolling in the Arts District manner.
What is a cultural renegade?
A cultural renegade?
Yes.
I don't know. A cultured, oh, some sort of dairy.
Oh, it's dairy!
Like a yogurt, perhaps.
A yogurt! So, what do you eat your cultural renegade with?
Remoulade.
Remoulade! Ooh la la! How many security guards does it take to throw a slot cheat off the top of the stratosphere?
Sir, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna say, not many.
Well, you're almost correct. The answer is none. He fell. Accidents happen.
Accidents happen.
Now, can you give me a cha-ching?
Cha-ching!
You want to go check in a room?
Okay, I guess so. Yeah, why not?
I just hope John's wife isn't watching in Ireland. Well, you know what they say. Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and I'm stuffed and unstrung, so John's wife, I don't count.
What is your most scintillating move?
Well, Dwayne, I could show you, or I could tell you.
Oh, praise the Lord, I can't repeat that on television. I gotta get to church.
How do I snag a sugar daddy? Ah!
Oh, so you want a more experienced sugar daddy?
Sugar? Hello? Sugar's not young. Sugar is old and aged and sweet.
Oh, then I'm right here. What are you talking? I'm right here. I'm literally standing right in front of you.
Now give me a ching.
Ching.
Do you know what a rugula is?
What a rugula is?
A rugula.
Arugula.
Arugula, you are from New York.
Yes, arugula is a green thing that's delicious and peppery.
So look into the camera and say, Vinny 2 times is innocent.
Vinny 2 times is innocent. The government is against him. They conspired to set him up. He has done nothing wrong.
He would do it like this, babe. Ching, 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 ching. Ching, 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 ching. You remember that, Ruby? Right? Ching, ching, ching. You remember being at the Cotton Club, babe?
Do you know what a rugula is?
A what? A rugula?
Yes, a rugula.
No, I have no idea what that is.
I am a rugula.
Okay, that's funny.
I am a mythical creature. On the count of 3, look at the camera. Go 1, 2, 3. Rugula.
So let's dance. Work, 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 work. Work, 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 work. Work, 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 work. Work it. Woo!
You may have deduced that many of those folks chatting up the puppets weren't unsuspecting blokes, but rather mates of April and Steve, who are actors, comedians, and performers here in Las Vegas. So, let's pull the curtain back and give these wicked aces a proper curtain call. On April in Vegas, it's not just all celebrity chit-chat. April Brucker and Steve Dennis inquire of their guests as to what the future holds for the city of entertainment, and here's what several of their Vegas insiders had to say.
That Vegas today is really pretty amazing with all the development that's going on. We have just the cover of our most recent issue on the Palms, opening up, reopening. That's a pretty spectacular property, and you know, when you look at the Resorts World, next year we've got a couple more opening up. It's going to be a great time in Las Vegas. So I'm really excited about where we're going in Las Vegas.
So where are we going in Vegas? Where do you see the future 5, 10, 20 years from now?
Well, when you look at what's happening just on the sports scene with the new sports teams, with the Raiders and the Golden Knights, who stole my heart right when they started, and if we get the Oakland A's too, I mean, it's going to be amazing.
Yes.
And
the Henderson A's.
Henderson A's, there we go.
Pro basketball, I mean,
Yep,
it's going to be amazing.
Everything, yeah.
So, and just on that sphere alone, it's going to be incredible. And when you add, the meetings, conventions that are going to come back, and we've already seen the gaming revenue come back, so it's a pretty positive outlook for the next 5 or 6 years at least.
And what we're seeing in Las Vegas is sort of a resurgence of classic Vegas, the Mob Museum, the Neon Museum. There's been a whole long period where Las Vegas entertainment has become cirque shows, and I don't even know if gaming is still the big draw it was, but where there's been a lot of sort of changes, but I think there's a lot of people come here and they want that old Vegas. They want that Vegas from the movies. They want that Vegas from the Rat Pack. And I think we're going to start seeing more of that incorporated in shows. We see what's the biggest show on the Strip right now is Absinthe. That's a burlesque show.
Yes.
And it features very prominent burlesque performers, as their chief entertainers, and they've built 2 other shows, and I think we're going to see a lot of that sort of thing. We're going to see more shows that are more true to what burlesque is today, and to what burlesque was in the heyday, the sort of the height of Las Vegas, classic Las Vegas.
And we're just going to keep moving forward and into bigger and better things, and like the English Hotel. I mean, this is amazing. This is exactly what downtown needed.
What would you like to see as the soaring 2020s move forward in Las Vegas showrooms?
You know, the next trend, you mean?
Yes, the next trend.
I think
Insider stuff, yeah.
I would like to see the hybrid concept evolve a little bit more effectively. You know, a supper club, if you want to call it that, or dinner and a show concept, to provide a multitude of experiences. We haven't quite got that down yet. You know, how to serve people and have an entertainment vehicle all around you. I do like what I've seen out of some of the installation projection shows that we've got going on in Las Vegas. Particle Inc. There's a new one dedicated to Leonardo da Vinci that's just opened on the Strip. That is a projected version of his greatest works, especially Mona Lisa being chief among them, The Last Supper. That is very good and very walk around and very mobile, and you can bring a family to it, you can bring anybody into it. I love what they've done with Area 15. I think they need to continue that vibe. I like the portal room 360. All that without necessarily defining it as immersive anymore, but just a multi-sensory, multiple level experience is something that we're going to be going in that direction. But I'll say that and know this: there is still room for spectacle, for traditional spectacle in Las Vegas with these the headliner shows. It's Katy Perry, Luke Bryan in town now, Carrie Underwood, Lady Gaga. You know, go down the list. Sting. There's room for the sit and watch somebody do something terrific show.
It's Vegas.
It's Vegas, baby.
You got to Vegas it up. You got to give it some. Not only does the hotel lift has its ups and downs, but so does any television production, even April in Vegas. Of course, these ups and downs are better known as bloopers. Here a bit in bobs of what you didn't see on this season's episodes.
Steve, who is sweet on the eyes, ears, taste buds, and shares the name with a famous fashion designer?
Well, I hope it won't get me fired from my job, but I'm thinking members only.
No, only. Au contraire, it'll make you more popular than ever. It's Gabriella Versace, Las Vegas fan favorite.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, great show today. What's your name?
Well, Steve, she's already started looking. As a matter of fact, she placed an ad here on Craigslist in town, and she found a guy by the name of Fabio.
Craigslist?
Yep.
That's great. Speaking of amazing, I'm really excited about this next guest. He's the author of How to Win at Table Games, Winner's Guide to Casino Gaming, and the publisher of Goebbels, How to Kill People.
And Steve, can you guess who the next guest is by reading my mind?
We didn't do the whole hands up thing and all that yet, but yeah, I could do that.
Okay, can we do that again?
Sorry. The audience at home should know we are honored to have Dustin. No, what? Did you write it on purpose backwards like that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so we're doing the joke. Because that's what you're saying.
Yeah, or then I say it's Dustin Wax. He's on the street, and Vinny said not only would he make us an offer we couldn't refuse, but he'd be most appreciative if we could give actor and Keith Lyle a full interview.
Actor and comedian Keith Lyle.
That's right.
Let's do it again.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Okay.
I screwed that up.
That's okay. Okay, I have no idea where you're at. Our first special guest is part of the very fabric that makes a vibrant Las Vegas performing arts community unique and extraordinary. He's the curator of the Wax Hall of Fame Museum, and is actually the Burlesque Hall of Fame Museum guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, right.
And you don't have to set the world on fire by doing that.
Oh, I don't?
No.
But our next special guest does just that.
We're going to do it a second time because I hurt myself.
Put that up.
Vacuum just in time.
On April in Vegas, viewers are treated to a proper send-off at the end of each program when Steve asks April what's new with her driving lessons, her mom, and her kin in Bethel Park Manor. Here are a few highlights from this season.
Fabulous. So how are things in Bethel Park?
Well, Steve, glad you asked. The folks back home are so proud. Finally got my learner's permit.
You didn't have a license?
Well, Steve, it's complicated. Vegas is a land of second chances, third chances.
Well, congratulations on getting through DMV rapidly.
Actually, funny you say that, I have speedy service there.
Wait a minute. Nobody gets speedy service there.
That's where you're wrong, Steve. When I arrived, I was 7th in line at the DMV.
That's your lucky number.
Yep, so then there was this guy in front of me with a big neck tattoo that looked like a painting. So I said, excuse me, sir, is that the Mona Lisa, an ex-wife, or some girl you met in Pahrump? So what do you know? He rolls his eyes, throws back his hands, and walks to the back of the line.
So I can't imagine why, but now you're number 6.
Yep, and there was this woman eating a bag of pretzels, and pretzels are my favorite. So I said, excuse me, ma'am, if you were going to bring food, you should have brought enough for everyone. So she takes a handful, shoves it in her mouth, throws the empty bag at me, and
walks to the back of the line. So now you're up to 5th, you're moving up rapidly.
yep. And then there was a man in a 3-piece suit yelling on his cell phone. So I tapped him on the shoulder and I said, that's not how to make friends or influence people. And he said, lady, I'm not your friend.
Lady, huh?
Yeah, actually called me something else.
There you are, trying to be helpful. But anyway, so now you're 4th.
Yes, and there was this guy with a cute dog, but it was a really skinny dog, but awfully cute. So I went to pet the dog, and he said, don't pet that dog, he's a working dog. I said, oh yeah, well if the dog's working, you should give him some food. So then they went to the back of the line.
So anyway, so now you're up to 3rd.
2nd, actually, the dog had a number. Anyway, there was this girl with pink hair who saw me, screamed, and ran to the back of the line. But that's not the best part.
It gets better?
Yes, because then I was 1st, but I could hear him in the back of the line. They kept talking about this crazy lady up front. I looked around and I couldn't find her. Steve, my mom discovered what she calls the YouTube.
April, it's YouTube. It's not the YouTube. It's not the Canada. It's just Canada.
That's where you're wrong, Steve. It's the YouTube because there's only one. Anyway, she's been watching your channel.
Huh. What did she think of Capture Crash Las Vegas Live?
Overall, she thinks you're doing a great job, but there's room for improvement.
And does your mom have a background in writing, producing, directing, or any kind of production?
Nope, she just watches a lot of the YouTube. Her first critique, she likes the video where I play the slots and win $400. She considers it one of your best videos and one of my best performances of all time.
It's great money, April, but she also knows that you're like an accomplished comedian, right?
Yeah, but it's me winning money and doing comedy on camera. And bonus, I have my clothes on. Can't beat that. Anyway, my mom thinks that you should come back and play the machine all the time because every time she watches a video, you win on the machine.
And does your mom realize that the video that she's watching every time is the same video every time she watches it?
Steve, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, well.
But anyway, she thinks that you should stop playing the machines where you lose. My mom says to me, April, every time I watch a video, Steve loses on that machine. Why does he waste his time there?
April, again, does she realize that the outcome is the same because the video is the same?
Anyway, my mom says that she caught one of your live streams and offered some constructive criticism.
And this is where I tell you it gets better?
It gets better?
Oh my God. So, yes, because I had a troll by the name of Bethel Park Boomer, okay? And at first I thought this was just some obnoxious person that won, and I banned him. But now that you're talking, I realize it's your mom.
Yeah, that would be my mom. Her other hobby is trolling on the YouTube. She does that with my dad. It was their favorite date night activity until this afternoon when my sister Skipper caught them.
And what did she do?
She took away the iPad.
The iPad.
Well, Steve, remember Ricky B, my cousin that always watches your Capture Crash YouTube channel that was headed out to Vegas to meet you?
Yeah, the one who graduated first in rehab and he went east instead of west, got lost.
Yeah, I'm getting to the point, I promise. Anyway, he made it all the way down to Atlanta before deciding to take a plane.
Well, given a sense of direction, it makes sense. Was it JetBlue, Frontier, or Spirit?
No, it's a new one. I guess it's called Astro Travel.
That's not really an airline, April.
That's where you're wrong, Steve. You see, Ricky B was at the bus station crying because he didn't have enough money for a ticket when he met Jethro.
Oh, wait a minute. No good story ever ends well with the Jethro involved.
Wrong again, Steve, because that's where Jethro saved the day. Back when he was institutionalized, he made a connection with Astro Travel.
We need to call Robert Stack because your family's an unsolved mystery.
And didn't Elliot Ness do a great job of playing him in the TV series?
Anyway, one day I get to meet Jethro and Ricky B.
That's just it. They had to turn back.
They got stuck in the Twilight Zone.
No, they hit another traffic circle. But they're both hitchhiking out to Area 51.
I think they're going to have trouble getting a ride. I can't see it.
Wrong again, Steve, but that's not the best part.
It gets better.
It gets better because Ricky B was telling me that Jethro has one of those high-tech devices.
I think they're called GPS.
Wrong again, Steve. You're not having a very good day with me, are you? Anyway, it's an electronic helmet that emits radio waves, so they'll be picked up in no time.
Yeah, they'll be picked up in no time. GLDB.
Gotta love Vegas, baby.
As this retrospective of Season 1 of April in Vegas draws to a close, rather than saying, cheerio until next season, When April Brucker and Steve Dennis will once again be on the telly, it seems only proper and fitting that I conclude by saying, G-L-V-B. Gotta love Vegas, baby.
At the English Hotel. From the City of Entertainment, April in Vegas.